because we have quite a few things going on and there's a lot of exciting things happening. So I wanted you to be aware of all of the things you need to know about. First of all, at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning will be our regularly scheduled daily walk. It'll be a shortened reading. Well, at least the reading won't be shortened, but I won't be talking quite as much. I'll pretty much read it and be done, because right after that at 9 a.m. we are having our first of two services. Now, just to clear up any confusion, we are having two services tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., but they are the same identical service, and the idea there would be for you to choose between which of the two you will come to, so that we can provide as much space as possible. We've been inviting people all week long. Some of you have shared the gospel, and I'm just so glad that the church has gotten on board with this. And we are just wanting to make sure that there's space for everybody, so that all may hear the preaching of the Word of God and have an opportunity for that. So 9 a.m. will be our first service, and that is going to be in person at the church, and we will not be live streaming that service. But at the 11 a.m. service, which again will be identical to the 9 a.m. service, except for it will be live streamed as well. Now, at both of those services, we have some exciting things happening. But of course, with the regulations and restrictions, we can't all be at the same place at the same time. Just so that you're aware, there are a few teenagers in our church who have decided to follow the Lord in faith and take their next step in their spiritual journey for discipleship. And they've been saved and they've been baptized. And so now they wish to join the church. And so we will have, I believe in both services, a few teenagers in our church joining. So that's an exciting thing. And I hope that you'll encourage them in their discipleship journey. Then following that, at about 2 p.m., we're going to meet at Eric and Katie Jenicke's house, which is at 75 Lakeshore Drive. And in the email I'm sending, you can see all of the details listed below. But 75 Lakeshore Drive, it's on Highway 126. It's near the Breakfast Nook. It's not too far from there. And we're going to be at their house. They live right there on the lake, and they have a great spot for us to be able to baptize right there in their backyard. And I think it's wonderful that Eric will be able to make this public profession of the inner decision that he's made to accept the salvation of the Lord. And so it's a wonderful thing. He's going to be able to look out over the spot where he was baptized and always remember his identity in Jesus Christ. And I just couldn't be more thrilled for that. Now, when you get there, you'll notice a couple things. Number one is that parking is not ideal. It's going to work out, but maybe plan to come ahead just a few extra minutes before, and you'll need to park on the street. And I just want to encourage our church, if you can, carpool as much as possible. And if you're the driver, be nice and drop everybody off at the house there, and then go find a place to park. And we'll do our best to help conduct people and find places for everybody. And I trust that that will work out. Also, when you get there, for some of you who have physical impairments, there is a staircase that leads down to the house. So kind of a steep driveway that we won't be using the driveway, but there is a staircase that leads down to their house, and there's a sturdy handrail that you can utilize as well. So if you're generally, I would say, if you're able to get up and down the stairs in our church building, then you'll be able to participate tomorrow. Also, when you get down to their house, there's an outside ramp that you'll be directed to that leads down to the lake. If that's an issue for you, they do have an upper deck that you can walk through their house and go stand at the upper deck. And you'll be right there in the midst of everybody. You'll just be above, and there'll be a few people up there as well. And you'll be able to watch the baptism from up there, so you can avoid going down that ramp. And so I think most people should be able to be there. If you can make it up and down the stairs at the church, like I said, then you should be able to participate tomorrow at the baptism at Lake Hiawatha at 2 p.m. I'm excited for that. And then last but not least at all would be our fellowship groups at 6 p.m. I have an interview with one of my dearest friends, Pastor Sam Green. He lives in Beckley, West Virginia now, and he's going to be interviewed and pretty much just speaking to us on the concept of unity. And after that is finished, then you will all split up into our Zoom fellowship groups and encourage one another and be unified and exercise the things that we've been taught. And so tomorrow's a great day. Please be in prayer for me as I'm getting ready to preach twice tomorrow, and also have the fellowship groups and all of the things going on. Be in prayer for your church, and also be in prayer for the lost. I know of a few people who are at least considering coming who aren't saved, And I know that our church has been diligent in witnessing to people this week. And so I'm praying that tomorrow we will see a harvest of souls for the cause of Christ. And I hope that you'll join with me in prayer. I look